transpired lately. And we have Frank Aguilar. Thank you so much, Frank. He's like our little, I'd say you're more of our godmother than he is, but he's like our godfather then. But thank you so much for all you do. This is Sam, my partner. He's been helping me with passing out boxes and picking up toys and such. Sam is our parade coordinator, Sam Johnson. And next to me, I don't think I have to introduce her, but this is Toni Preckwinkle.
Gotcha.
And she is the current Cook County Commissioner President. Is that the correct name?
Board president.
Board President. And somebody also told me that you and me became president at the same time.
2010.
Yeah.
All right.
See that?
Good. How about
I guess
that?
it's a good year for us.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We know how to dodge bullets and stuff. But first of all, 18 days from our parade, and I got to tell you something. This lady was out in the rain last year.
That's right.
And you were there the year before. She didn't melt. I was watching. And we were 18 days from our parade this year to help the underprivileged children of Chicago. And if it wasn't for her leadership, that's a good way of putting it.
All right.
We've been working out of Dan Ryan Woods for the past, I think 45 years or something like that. The parade would be our 47th year. And I have nothing but nice things to say about you people because you were very, very thorough. Okay, the person who we've dealt with for the past 10 years is a lady by the name of Courtney Hansen. And one of their two bosses above her, I think, is Molly and Tracy, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, give us a call and let me know, although I don't think the phones work, so that's okay. But they're very thorough. They give us excellent, whatever happens during the course of this parade, 47 years is a long time, right? Everybody's, I'm sure, been married a couple of times by then, stuff like that. How many presidents have we been through?
In 47 years, yeah. Quite a few.
We went from propeller planes to jet planes, and who knows what's next, right? And this lady, oh man, I'm sorry. I thought I shut this off, forgive me. It's my board calling me. And again, through her leadership, I remember you came to, I used to work on cars. I worked at a Chevy dealership you came 2 years ago, and you like out there talked like he does before you got a lot of like the fancy and powerful. But she always wanted, she was invited, she always went there, answered everybody's questions, and never turned her back on anyone. Is that correct? And that's why I'm still doing all the talking, forgive me.
That's all right. First of all, I'm very grateful to you, Lester, and to Sam, and of course to Commissioner Aguilar for your good work on behalf of our communities. You know, you've done this out of the forest preserves, you said, for 45 years?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
That's the Dan Ryan Woods, and we're glad to have you and host you. I know that this is an event that requires months and months of preparation before the actual
all year
bike ride, all year, right? But we are pleased to be able to help you on the day of the event. And you kind of assemble in the Dan Ryan Woods, and then off you go.
Well, it ain't that easy, young lady. But anyway, before her leadership, we actually had, like, in 40, I can remember they had a pack of wild dogs they warned us about, running around the forest preserve. We've had a few marriages in the middle there, and I think one, they're still married, if I'm not mistaken. They've met every challenge. We always fill up all the potholes and such.
Clean up the place for you? Good.
Definitely, I know, yeah. Because we had they got the police on the horses there. I think they fed them that day. So they were very nice as far as, that's concerned. They're very, we don't have to worry about security so much. They truly know how to take care of their thing there. They open it up early for us because it's dark when we get there. We get there around 5 o'clock.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a light tower there maybe to let people see what the driveway is this year. And on the way out of the park, we have usually someone, how could I say, all religions, somebody's there to bless everyone, whether you get wanted or not, you're going to get some water on you.
All right.
I apologize for that, but that's just what happens. And we go down Western Avenue, and he is in charge of the parade once it makes the left turn. Sharon Chote is our current treasurer. She's in charge of the woods as far as coordinating with the people at the forest preserves. We have a walkthrough, and then we have a on-site that's do things to make sure everybody knows where everybody's at. It's like I tell them, everybody should go to that, even if you keep going to it, just so you know where you're going the day of the parade when there's all kinds of people there. It's like your first day of high school. Did you ever get lost? I know I did.
I did.
And I'd be sitting in one class because they split up the grammar school because I'm at the age where everything was all overcrowded, right? I'm sitting, well, these guys are kind of old, I was in the wrong side of the.
Wrong side of the building.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in the grammar school side, and I was in the high school side. That was kind of weird. But we learned. I learned to stay alive so far, and I get to meet Toni Preckwinkle. You have no idea how famous you were. And by the way, you never age.
Well, listen, I have to credit Commissioner Aguilar. He invited me to come, and I said, of course, because I believe in the work that you do and the ways in which you try to help families over the holidays. So I know it means a lot to the recipients of the gifts that you provide, and we're grateful to you.
Well, if it wasn't for leadership like you in this county, who knows if we'd have this parade or not. Okay, and just like during the COVID year a couple of years ago, we worked closely together, and we come up with a solution. Am I right? I mean, I said, well, don't worry, I'll do the best I can. Not that many bikes thinking there was a parade showed up, and they handled everything perfectly as far as, we don't want no issues, and there weren't any. Because I keep telling them, we got to be back here next year. So if you want to mess up our parade and our charity, you make sure you cause some trouble that day. Right? Am I right?
Now, how did Commissioner Aguilar get involved? Tell us the story.
Well, I've been a member for over 20 years.
He used to bring around.
Sam brought me in 20 years ago.
No. This guy's a smart man. He always brings around Miss Cicero.
She's a heck of a volunteer. That's part of her duties to raise money, raise toys, and volunteer. But Sam,
he's very good at that.
We went to a meeting over 20 years ago, and I rode the parade for maybe 5 years. When I met Sam, he goes, "Why don't you be part of the organization and join?" So I joined, and that's where.
And I must, as
been a member.
I've been a president as long as you have, so you got probably as many enemies as I do. But anyway,
I've had him 19 years putting up barricades.
But whatever
you with the barricades.
Whatever we needed, this man was always there for us. Whether it was his back, his hands, or usually I like his phone and his brains. That's what we've been using lately, right?
Yeah, we and it's a great organization, Madam President. It's a 100% volunteer.
Yeah.
And
anybody gets paid, we prosecute.
Every dime that goes in the organization goes to the children. Yep. Everything we do is for the children, and we service all of Cook County.
Yeah.
Your kids. Those are all your kids.
And Chicago land, we go into Indiana maybe and way up north and such. But our organization is always made up of members that I'd say about 70% were actually touched by this organization, as far as either being a recipient of something because they couldn't handle, their position in life, or they knew somebody that got toys from us, or they knew a neighbor, and they all realize it's a good thing, and when they get in a position in life where they can help, they give back.
Right.
It's like full circle.
That's wonderful.
I just met her.
That's how people thought more like that. I think there'd be a lot less problems in this world.
I agree.
I bumped into a manager at one of Dunkin' Donuts in Berwyn.
Yeah.
And I had my Toys for Tots shirt. And he goes, "Oh, Toys for Tots." He goes, "I want to thank you. When I was a kid, he came from a single family home.
Yeah.
And he said, it wasn't for Toys for Tots, I would have never gotten a toy." He was 6, 7 years old, and so you can see the benefits, and it's really something. We deliver the toys, and the people, it just makes a big difference.
Oh yeah, it's amazing.
But I'm really proud to be part of the organization for a very long time.
Some of them cry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they cry. They say, I didn't know about this last year. We kids had nothing, and you're making their Christmas this year. We have an offshoot with Santa, where they dress up as elves and Santa Claus, and they go to all the children's hospitals and stuff and compliment
that's
them.
wonderful.
And
and if you cry when you're on that crew,
it takes a hard but loving heart.
I've done that before.
Because there's kids in wheelchairs, and it gets bad when they tell you to bring a toy that lights up and make noise because the kids are not responsive, but they still get something.
Right. Yeah. So tell them what you and I have been doing lately.
We've been dropping boxes.
So what does it mean to drop a box?
We got toy boxes. We put in stores and stuff. For collection for toys.
That's right. And then we pick them up whenever they get full. We go get them, and then we pick them up, put them in our warehouse at 8900 South Odell, and we have people there sorting them between boy and girl, and
right age groups
and such. Yeah.
Yeah,
and as we get them, we pull, and we've taken care of it. And I'm very proud to say, other than big organizations, we are completely caught up. So anybody, people out there that need some assistance at Christmas, and it doesn't have to be crucial. Maybe you lost your overtime. Maybe your mother or your father lost their their job, laid off or something, A meteor didn't have to hit your house. Send us a letter. Got to be a letter. We leave in paper, right? 'Cause we
Right.
I don't believe that is something can play. Somebody get grabbed, right? Give us a letter. Drop it off at our P.O. Box. Mail it there. P.O. Box 388500. That's in 60638, the area code. Or come, because we're there every day now, 8900 South Odell. We've had people drop off letters. We research them the best we can. Usually, I'd rather err on the side of, if I make a mistake.
Being generous, yeah.
Right. Out of 100 people, we'd find that one family that really, truly needed us. We'll make 99 mistakes.
Yes.
How else? You can't have a whole other organization to watch everybody else then,
Right, that doesn't make sense.
Talking about the boxes, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Royal Bay Group. The RBG group.
Yeah, they got us like 1,000
They
boxes.
donated these boxes.
And try not to make them so heavy next time.
So Joe Albertson, he's one of the contact person at the company.
Really? And Sam made that happen for us
1,000.
too, by the way.
Pardon?
You made that happen. I said, we're running
Well,
all
I
boxes.
just,
He
you know-
goes like this. I'm sure he said it to you. Let me see what I can do, right?
Well, there's a big company in Cicero, and they manufacture boxes, and they have great clients. A lot of these big companies are their clients. I go, listen, I belong to Toys for Tots, and the president was there. Goes, yeah, we can. Can you can donate some boxes? And he goes, absolutely.
No.
How many do you need? I said, well, maybe 1,000. That's it. So I should ask for maybe 2. But they've given us these boxes for absolutely for free, and just thank them. And I also want to thank Walgreens. Walgreens
Yes.
puts boxes in
Their
their
stores.
stores, and they really deliver for us. So we have an operation, right, Sam? The manager calls up, and we're there within
Pick 'em
48
up.
hours. Pick
Yes.
the boxes. It's an operation. It's quite a bit. It's all volunteer, and we pick up the boxes at the storage, and you process them, and then we just.
Yeah.
Take 'em to
We've
the
had my
kids.
pickup
Yeah.
truck stuffed with boxes many a time.
Do an amazing thing. And we
And
did.
also for delivering, to
yeah.
the groups.
Yes.
Even we were all the way out in Naperville dropping off
We were a lot of
boxes.
shelters last year. It's amazing how these children were in the shelters. They're just coming in. Up to about Christmas Eve. We worked about Christmas Eve. Christmas Day sometimes.
Yeah, I bet.
At Christmas Day, we were out delivering toys.
We've been lately getting a lot of people requesting clothes for their children. We don't do that. We give them all, you may
Just
put them
toys.
to a different path to get that, but it's getting tough out there, guys. It's, we have to cut it down to 0 to 13 as far as who we take care of, so we can take care of the, in my opinion, the kids before the, the other
Teenagers, yeah.
And then
Now,
not
if they're,
only,
you're part of a family and you have a 15-year-old brother, we'll give you like a Monopoly game or maybe basketball. We make sure everybody gets something.
Something.
But we usually get a big bag for each child, so they have something to,
Yeah.
look what I get. And the way I look at it, I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you have a bad Halloween costume, you might feel bad for a couple of days when you go back to school, right? But if you don't have a Christmas and everybody's bragging about all the toys, I got this and I got that, you got nothing. So it's
Yeah.
good so these kids get to say they got something.
brand new
right?
toy. But not only that, when there's fires in the city, around the city, Cook County, and families lose their home, they lose everything. So we
Yeah.
We did the
make
fire.
sure we fire victims and make sure the children get a Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah.
So we keep an eye out for fire victims.
When
A
we
lot
did
of your
the,
fire departments are helping us too. Thanks, you guys.
and McCook is really good.
We got something for you.
Yeah, we got to get on a bike. So
Yes.
we like.
Yeah, I've got a
we-
picture of myself on a
Well,
bike.
we get on the bike. We were actually riding it. So
You're not gonna let me do that.
All we ask is that you don't rob a bank when you're wearing this.
All right, that's the deal.
sure thing.
There we go. Let's
Get the
put the
logo.
back.
There you
There
go.
we go. Yeah,
Now you're
that's
official.
really nice. Thank you.
It's a long time that T said bear how to ride that bike too, by the way.
I got a trike that can't fall down.
Yeah, go. You got a can him, yeah.
This is
No, that would be
nice. Thank
great.
you. Thank you.
But again, I can't help but thank the forest preserves as much as I possibly could, because who else can handle all these motorcycles at one time, when you think about it?
Yeah, the forest preserves are a real asset for the people of Cook County. Most of the activities in the forest preserves are entirely free. You can walk, you can ride your bike, your mountain bike, you can go horseback riding in our preserves. You can, for modest cost, you can rent a canoe or a kayak
Yeah.
or a rowboat.
Oh, we had a picnic
Goes off
too.
our-
We used
yeah,
it for a picnic.
Yeah. We-
But I have seen like the woods we come out of. Dan Ryan would like to see you live in an apartment. You got a nice car. You got no. I've seen them go in there and wax their cars and stuff like that in detail. And it's a nice atmosphere.
Right.
Everybody seems to gets along there.
I will say I'm a native New Yorker. I always tease people that they ask, I said, our forest preserves are beautiful. One of the things that when I moved here impressed me, and I tease people. I said, they said, how was New York? I said, New York was concrete, and I said, they wrote a book of tree grows in Brooklyn,
Right. Right. No,
Are you from Chicago initially?
No, I grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota. I came here to go to school. Yeah.
Oh,
Came
wow.
here to go to school, but so I've
And
been
you
here
loved like it so much you never left.
That's right. I loved it so much I never left.
Wow.
But our forest preserves, are a wonderful resource.
Oh, they are.
And as I said, almost everything is completely free. We have nature centers. We have camping grounds. You can,
And cicadas. They were at our picnic.
yeah, we have.
But everybody had a good time, right?
Yeah. We had cicadas.
That is your kayak place on Rockwell, right at the end of our parade.
Okay.
Because we
go
end
to
the parade at
DePaul,
DePaul,
DeVry.
DePaul, and Lane Tech parking lot we use.
Oh, okay.
So it's right there.
Right there.
The city of Chicago. Actually, you're in charge of more than Chicago, so you're.
Yeah, we've got 70,000 of acres in our forest preserves. So
It's huge.
it's about 11% of the land in the counties in forest preserves.
Wow.
And so it's a great recreational resource, of course, but it's also a ecological wonder. We have the most ecologically diverse county in the state, and that's because of the forest preserves.
Yeah.
A lot of our state people grow corn or soybeans or whatever, but we have forests, we have prairie, we have savannas, we have the river systems. Much of
Right.
that is in the forest preserves. So
It's amazing what you do. People don't realize this. If we don't have these green areas, we're not going to be able to breathe.
that's right.
That
That's
was-
right. They give off, the trees give
Right.
off oxygen. So
That's right.
It's also a laboratory. We did the casinos last year, and I bumped by my office, right by the forest reserve. I saw 3 scientists from Colorado, and they were right there taking the pictures of the cicadas. And
Trying to steal our thunder, huh?
Well, they had all these equipment cameras and fancy little jars, and and he goes, "Well, we're studying the cicadas."
Really?
And I said, "How many scientists?" He goes, "Oh, a bunch of us came from all over the world." And I was collecting cicadas and watching them, and they're filming them.
They
and
didn't
just-
bother nobody. It made
No,
some noise
no,
when they hit
it's-
the car.
Yeah, they have the biggest laboratory in the world, and we're glad to be here.
Right.
So it's like a lab.
Unbelievable. This is a great thing. I'm very honored for you to be here, and I hope to see you at our parade.
well, listen, I
get you
would be in a
parking.
lot of trouble with Commissioner Aguilar if I didn't show up for the parade.
We'll get you a parking spot.
The December 1st.
I seen this guy. He was like retired for a little while, right? From what you were doing with the politics a little bit. I seen him knock on doors, work his area that you want to become a commissioner of. Trust me, everybody in your place, I'm sure, knows of you. They may not like you all the time, but everybody knows who you are. And that's something
I
to be
just
proud of.
do
A
my
lot of
best
people
service,
can't say that who they
public
represent
service.
is a politician, right?
Right.
Think about that.
Right.
He works hard at that. And I got to give him that. He gives everybody got an ear. Now he has a nice place where your base of operations is. So that's nice.
Public service, it's very
That's right.
fulfilling.
That's right.
But he does what he says.
Well, we
He brought you here, so he said that. So
Well, I made the commitment. I'm sorry I was a little late. He's been a commissioner, what, 6 years now?
4 years.
4 years.
Going on 5th.
Fifth, going on fifth. Okay.
well, I'm a little commissioner too in my little park district where I live.
All right. What
Yeah,
community
Central
is that?
Stickney.
Stickney. Okay.
Over there
my
by,
constituent.
over by I-55 in Central Avenue.
Okay.
I got a badge and everything.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't get a badge with this.
You didn't
job.
get a badge?
No.
I got mine.
Yeah.
If I put my thumb over park district, people look at me better.
About 4 years I've been commissioner. Yeah,
4 years?
Yeah, 2020.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So you
Very
were
good.
elected in the middle of
22.
22. Okay. Yeah.
That's good. You gonna keep going?
They're both-
Well,
they're both
you
my
young lady,
constituents.
you're gonna keep
They're
going,
both my
right?
constituents,
I'm gonna keep
Cicero
going,
and
yeah.
Stickney.
Okay.
They're both my
You
constituents.
By the way, she looks amazing for 57.
56.
I
This is
wish.
the-
I wish.
I have a tough job. I'm 39.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Well, I'm grateful to both of you, and to the people you represent. How many members are there?
We pass out numbers. Every Toys for Tots member has a number. My number is 356. What's yours number? Sam?
870.
And we have members who are getting like in the 2000s now. So that's how many people have cycled through the organization. They're not all still members, but once you become a member, you get a number. If you ever want to come back, we give it back to you.
Yeah.
So I have to say I hired, what, 700, 800, maybe 1,000?
Just about
Yeah.
almost 1,000 members, and we need young folks to join.
If we don't get a younger crowd, we're going to have the largest trike parade in the world. I'm serious. All my friends, they all got trikes. I'm going to buy their kickstands.
Well, you know, unfortunately, this is a challenge for many organizations.
Yes.
The folks who initially made the commitment are kind of aging.
Yes.
And it's hard to recruit young people sometimes, but I think programs like this are important to share the information, and maybe some folks who are watching will decide they want to be part of this.
I hope so. They could be sitting in this chair. And you can get to meet the president of all presidents right here. There's no question about that. You've done a great job. You never let the job go to your head, and I do appreciate that. And I was looking at some of the things you've accomplished in your term before I came here. I can't mention them all because we're almost out of time, but you're not afraid of doing what you think is right. And you end up being right most of the time. There's no question about
Well, I
that.
hope and pray, but I'm very grateful to the people of Cook County. I love my job, and you get to do a lot of good things. As Commissioner Aguilar can tell you,
Yes.
tremendous opportunities to help people, and that's a blessing. So
Well, that's what you're created to do, and you're doing it, right? You
trying.
kind of like him. Does he sit next to you at the meetings?
Oh, he's next to me.
Just for pictures.
But he's been a really hard-working commissioner, and he's tried very hard to figure out ways in which he can support his constituents.
He's not trying so hard. He's doing it. There's
Yes,
no question about
that's
that.
right.
He's a very smart man.
Well, thank
I
you.
appreciate every time I call him, he answers the phone, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that. Forgive me. Sam does a great job. Mr. Johnson, he was we needed someone to fill the position as a parade coordinator.
Yeah.
And
north
he did.
side.
He stood up. Yeah. Thank you.
Now tell us when the parade is again.
The parade is the first Sunday in December, and that would be December 1st, 18 days from now, over at the Dan Ryan Woods, which he keeps in very good shape for us. Thank you.
All right.
And again, we thank all
What
the
time
people.
does it start?
It starts, well, actually, we have at 9 o'clock, we have a 9/11, we have a remembrance of what happened that day.
Right.
Okay? And so we do that, and then usually the bikes leave at 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have a deal with the city of Chicago that if we fill up the woods, which holds like 5 tiers, and the woods get full, one year we had them all the way down to 120th and Western, believe it or not. And so many bikes showed up, like 70,000. So now we have a deal with the city of Chicago, and hopefully the Cook County, you gotta know about this too.
Right.
Well, if the woods get full, we go. And if it's 8 o'clock, if it's 7:30, if it's 6:30, when the woods are full, the woods hold about maybe 10,000 motorcycles. We go so we don't have a problem going down Western Ave. You gotta think. We make a mistake, we try to make not another one.
Right.
Because one year we had all the bikes stacked up, there was a problem down on, they stopped the parade. Well, all the people that got there at 5:30 are sitting in the, and they see all these people just got there, they let them go first. And I was a sergeant at arms then, that was a lot of fun talking about.
We got tagging on Sunday.
Yes, tagging, we let the city of Chicago know we're coming. Now, we're gonna put a few posters on your pole, is that okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's good.
You let them up. All right, then. How we do? I guess we're getting closer. Sam, I took away all your thunder. You should have been talking. Maybe she wants the bag.
Give her the bag.
See, we get free help from these people. You know why? So they give us the bag to put the stuff in. See how
Very
that
good.
works?
Very good. Very good.
Well, it's a bike club.
And if you go on our line, you go online, Chicagoland Toys for Tots, Chicagoland, www.chicagolandtft.org. You could go up there and you can hunt through our website and see the stuff we offer to people as far as that you can wear. Because I can't say anything other than that. We accept donations when you buy our product.
Oh, can't see it.
All right.
Very good. They made me this shirt just for me. 'Cause it's just,
Yeah, I didn't get one.
Very good. Very good. We appreciate it.
thank you, young lady. I didn't realize what a nice person you were. You're
Well,
a very
thank you.
nice lady.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Sam and Lester. I'm grateful.
I know you
to
can be
and
tough.
and the organization you represent. You know.
Oh, yeah. You can be tough when you got to
That's hundreds of folks who participate in
Thousands.
the program. Thousands.
We
Okay,
had
fair.
70,000 one year.
All
The
right.
way I look at this is that we're answering a child's prayer,
Yeah.
and we're doing the work of angels here on earth.
There you go.
There we
I
go.
like that. Yeah.
I like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I guess we got a wrap now. So anyway, thank you, Frank.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you for being here.
I'll be thanking
Okay.
you. I'm going to be thanking you every time I see you.
All right, that's a deal. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, we're done. Wait till we go.